Thank you so much for watching these videos. My name is Simon Peter and this is Maxscript. We are still on season 1. I don't know which episode we are now tackling, but alright, so previously what we did was to create the flip for our mirror, that is the symmetry during our creation of the morphers, and then now off the shelf what I did, remember, to add this symmetry we had to tick the mirror, okay? But then you see, even when I uncheck, it still adds symmetry. Alright, so this is what we're doing this time around. So off the shelf what I did was to write the if statement. Hope if you had done that as your homework, maybe you could discover it, of making sure that when I uncheck, it deletes the modifier. Alright, so deleting the modifier still is, you can still find it here in our Maxscript help. Alright, so what I did, so before it was on checkbox changed true, alright, meaning it was only being changed true, but now I gave it changed state. Now this state here is just a variable, okay? It can be state X, state V, blah blah blah. Now on checkbox change state, now what I've done, I've written an if statement. So if checkbox.state is equal to true, then mirror the vertex, run this function of mirroring the vertex. Now else, which means if it is not true, if the state of the checkbox is not true, what should you do? You should delete the modifier whose ID in the array is 1. Okay, now I'm going to show you which ID is. The modifiers are considered as the first modifier down below. Alright, so let me do this. Okay, let me run the script. Alright, so if I check the mirror, it adds a modifier. If I uncheck, okay, you see, it goes back to, if I uncheck, it deletes the modifier that was ID'd 1. Now let me do again. If I check the mirror, it does the modifier. Now let's rename this modifier. Remember, they can be renamed, okay? And then let's see now, which means if I rename it, we are going to see. So I'm going to name it my name. All right, then I press enter. All right, so if I uncheck, it will delete the modifier ID'd 1. Remember, it runs the modifiers as top to bottom. So if I uncheck like this, okay, you see it has deleted the other top modifier. Alright, so that is it for this. At this moment, I know now you know how to use the documentation. Let's continue with our tool. So what we want to do, we want to write a function that collapses whatever we've modified into one object. The threshold right here is 0.1. We shall see how to modify with the threshold, but let's now get down to the action. Alright, so I'm going to write the function, and I'll call this function, let me see, I'll call it collapse. Alright, so okay, function fn, and then the name is call lps. This is co, just short for collapse, and then it is equal to, alright, let's see. So collapsing is in when I come to the Maxscript here, it is in what they call they are called, let me see, max operations. Okay, max operations. Under max operations there are different things. There is also the mouse is under max operations. So I'm going to choose max ops, and then I choose interface operations, and then if I scroll down here, this, you can see there is collapsing, there is rendering element manager, custom user interface, bitmap importer. Okay, there are various things you can do, setting the key, the trajectory. All right, so we're going to choose collapse and clone nodes. So we can collapse a node or clone it. So it's a boolean that you use the max op and then you collapse a node. Okay, and then which node are you collapsing? You see, so this one gives you no warning. And then there is also collapse 2. Okay, so boolean, if boolean true or false, if you don't want a warning, you choose false. If you want a warning, okay, if you don't want a warning, you choose true. Or if you want, so collapse the modifier stack to one node. So when no warning is set to true, no prompt will be issued and returns true if this is successful and false otherwise. All right, so I think better tried. All right, so let's do this. So the first thing we're going to do for us to collapse, okay, we're going to set the current modifier. Okay, the syntax is max ops, okay, dot collapse okay, collapse node, and then you select the node, okay, the selected node, and then off. Okay, so let me run this. Oh, even if I run, okay, let's first try it here. So you see, so here it's asking you if it should hold. Okay, so we have the boolean value where we have to turn on or off. All right, so I'll do the flip again. So the node and then boolean. So let me see the warning. So let's turn true. Okay, and then let's run again. So this time around, you see it didn't give us the warning, okay, because we turned it true. But if we turn it false, okay, on and off, okay, so I'll unflip. So this time around, instead the node is not there, so let me flip. Okay, let me run again. Okay, then add the symmetry. So it was warning me because the modifier wasn't there, so I'll have to check again if the modifier is present in the if else statements. So you see, this time around, when it is false, it is warning me and asking me, should I hold? Yes. Now let me talk about holding. Yes, the purpose of holding. Yes. All right, so sometimes 3ds Max crashes. Now look at this. This is how I've made my stack, okay, my object, right? So if I come, holding also is here, okay. If I come to tools, and then I hold, yes, is it under tools, edit? If I come to edit, okay, and then I hold, yes, now I've held this scene in its position. Now let me close 3ds Max. Okay, I'm not going to save that scene. I'll save the script. All right, so you can see 3ds Max is closing. And then I'm relaunching 3ds Max again. Remember, I held in the before I closed it. So let's see the purpose of holding. So you can see I've relaunched 3ds Max. As you can see, my listener is clean. Okay, I haven't run the script yet and the scene is brand new. So all I have to do, let's say your 3ds Max had crashed, you just need to go to edit and then you choose fetch. So it's warning me that I'm about to fetch. Yes, and let's see what we get. All right, so you see it is fetching what I held previously. So that's the purpose of holding, and that's why it is asking you, should it hold? All right, so once you collapse, it gets into one modifier item. All right, so all we have to do is now get this function and put it into our button. So what is our button called? Our button is called collapse. Now I'll add another item here. Maybe I'll choose collapse X over all. I'll call it what I've just been calling the others, call FC, so that it doesn't call the function, because it was changing its color, meaning it was calling the keyword. All right, so I'm going to go to the collapse button. I'm going to write under the check button here, so on that which is collapse pressed, do the following: do run the function. That function, I don't know if that's what I call the function below. Okay, I called the function. On the function I didn't add the S. Let me just add it here so that they look alike. All right, so let's do that. So the first thing we want to do is mirror. All right, so it says it gets undefined. Let me see if I did something else for the check of the flip. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, let me pick. All right, I'll run this again. Let me pick the object. It goes to sub-object level 1, then I mirror. Okay, I needed to pick the object. Flipping is also working, that you can see. Okay, so I need to move this down. It won't affect the other because I've already flipped in the X. Okay, but otherwise if I go to the other side and I move this vertex, it will affect the other. So if I unflip, okay, so this one is affecting the other on the other side. So if I choose to collapse, all right, so button collapse call needs a function. Let's double check on that. What have we called our function? Let me just copy the function name here, copy it. Maybe I might have misspelled the function. Copy it and paste it here just to be sure. So the warning we are receiving, it is warning that the call needs a function but got a button. Okay, so meaning the function name and the button name should kind of differ. All right, so let me just go and change the button name. All right, so I save and then I run again. So this time around you can see it is working. So that was the issue. And then so if you were working on symmetry, you would have your symmetry object. So let's see how I'll test it with the a real modeled object. So we see how far we can go with that. Thank you for watching these videos. Do not forget to subscribe, support, like, share, comment. My Skype ID is there. Please reach out to me. There's also my WhatsApp ID. It's usually in the videos. You can reach out to me and then I'll answer most of the questions that you need. And if you want also to learn the 3ds Max SDK, I have a list of 3ds Max SDK videos. I have a playlist, and we shall be doing the same in the 3ds Max SDK. We shall try and create the same tool. So please watch the space. Please support us. We need to have all these things running on the website. We need we don't have those number of subscribers yet. Please get to us, get to PayPal. Thank you so much for watching these videos.